Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and we're here today with our ultimate guide to Galactic Legend Rey farming in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I've got a lot to say about this farming guide. The first thing I'm going to say is this model of Rey is new, and I don't know why they've made her cheeks so big. I don't know what's with the jowls and the cheeks. Like this here, this PFP. See, it doesn't look like her here. It's over like this looks like her. This looks like, yeah, Daisy Ridley. This is like, I don't know, we need to thicken the rest of the model if we're going with that for the face. Anyway, I think this looks like Daisy Ridley. I don't like the new model. Sorry. Anyway, we're going to talk about the farming requirements and difficulty of and where they overlap along with everything else with some other journeys that go along with the Galactic Legend Rey journey. Then we're going to talk about the mods and we'll give some general thoughts about Galactic Legend Rey. And let's start here at the beginning. You do see R2-D2 and 3PO in here with me and Zori Bliss. They are not required for Galactic Legend Rey. Her farm is actually fairly simple and fairly easy. You get a bunch of resistance characters on your team. Now, you do need resistance characters. You'll need some of these guys to get Jedi Training Rey. You'll need a small first order team to go farm BB-8 on your roster to get BB-8. So you'll need a first order team at like Gear 7, something like that, to get BB-8 activated. And you'll get Galactic Legend Rey. Now, part of the Galactic Legend Rey farm is and by the way, there's only like 3 Relic 7s. You need Rey, Jedi Training Rey, Scavenger Rey, and BB-8 at Relic 7. Everybody else is Relic 5 or 3. A far cry from where Galactic Legend farming is in today's game with Relic 8, Relic 9s, 25 journeys, crazy marquee characters, whatever. So a lot of characters required here. A fairly easy farm when you look at the overall farming. The interesting thing about the Rey farm, well, there's some interesting things here, but kind of one of the outliers here is the farm for the Raddus, the ship farm. When I take a look at this, where are my resistance? There we go. There's only a few resistance ships in the game, and the ones that are required for Rey are the oldest ones. Rey's Millennium Falcon, Poe Dameron's X-Wing, and Resistance X-Wing. The MG-100 Star Fortress and the Comeuppance were released later in the game, and they're not required for the Raddus to get Raddus to unlock Galactic Legend Rey. So you gotta have Raddus at 5 stars to get her unlocked. To get the Raddus, you'll need Rey's Millennium Falcon, you need Poe Dameron's X-Wing, you need Resistance X-Wing, and then you'll need a smattering of other oddball ships in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. The first ship you'll need is the Houndstooth. Okay, so are we going the bounty hunter direction? No, I'm sorry, we're not. Where's my cargo ship? Cargo ships. You'll also need to get Lando's Millennium Falcon. Oh, so we're going the cargo ship route. Yeah, kind of, because you also need the Ebon Hawk to get Rey. And we're going to go more cargo ships. Nope. We're going to go over and we're going to grab, I don't know why. This is the one, out of all the ships required, like, you need TIE Advanced to get Supreme Leader, to get the Finalizer, right? So you need Darth Vader's TIE Fighter to get the Finalizer. Well, okay. Anakin is Supreme Leader, is Kylo Ren's grandfather. We get it, kind of. This has no relation to anything at all, but you need Ahsoka's Starfighter. Now, it's a pretty easy Starfighter to get. Ahsoka's pretty easy to unlock, so not that difficult to get. So whether you have gone the route of buying Lightspeed bundles or farming for Galactic Legend Rey, which we're going to talk about in a second, the ship farming is weird and roundabout for Raddus, but it's not all that difficult. This is not a super difficult farm. I'm going to say that's about the same as farming Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in the game. 9 or 9.5 months previously. I think you could do it in 7 to 8 months now with the new changes from level 1 to 85. This is not a difficult farm in the game. You do get a lot of these characters, like you get Scavenger Rey, you get Finn, I think you get OG Poe in the beginning parts of the game. They give you a lot of that as bonuses for farming. Some teams you can put together from this. So the Rey team is going to actually kind of vary. There's a lot of variants for the Rey team, but a lot of times Rey will include Ben Solo, who is not a Resistance character. He's an unaligned Force user. But you'll see Jedi Training Rey drop onto this Galactic Legend Rey team a lot, because Jedi Training Rey With Galactic Legend Rey, she'll be Jedi Training Rey, and everybody else will be stacking mastery on the team as the battle goes along. And Jedi Training Rey stacks avoidance or evasion, whatever. So she becomes really hard to hit as the battle goes along. Other characters you'll see on that Rey team, you'll see Holdo a lot as a tank on that team. You'll sometimes see the Resistance heroes, although they've kind of migrated over to the Finn team. We'll talk about that momentarily. And then you'll see like non-Resistance characters, like you see L3 on the team. You gotta farm L3 to get Lando's ship, so maybe go and Relic her to get her on the team. You'll see Ben Solo on the team. Baby Cal Kestis shows up on the team. So a lot of different characters show up on Galactic Legend Rey's main team. It's not all in this farm. A secondary team that gets used a lot in Grand Arena is going to be Finn lead with Resistance Hero Finn, Resistance Hero Poe, Zori Bliss, and either Poe Dameron, or if you have the Omicron, you'll put Rose Tico in there. People don't really invest the Omicron and Rose Tico because it doesn't feel right, so they'll put Poe Dameron on the team. This team, Zori Bliss, has really made that a dangerous team in Grand Arena. It can cause you problems if it's on defense. It could do great things on offense. It's just a really good overall team to have in Grand Arena. When you got Zori Bliss and you got her Zetas and her Omicron activated, which I don't have because I got other priorities to do in the game. But Zori Bliss is kind of a required extra farm. If you're going to farm the Resistance, if you're going to farm Galactic Legend Rey and get to the Resistance, you really need to get Zori Bliss on the team to get you that second team. Otherwise, there is no second team. No, second team does not exist here without Zori Bliss being on the roster, so keep that in mind. One of the unfortunate things that's happened over time is that BB-8 has kind of gone the way of the dodo bird. He'll show up in a General Grievous team every now and then, or maybe on a sortie team down the road, a 5ORT team down the road as a droid. But generally speaking, we don't get a lot of BB-8 in the game right now, and it's really a travesty because his kit is so fun. It does a lot for the team. It gives them a lot of, what's the ability called? Let me take a look here. It is Illuminated Destiny, where it gives everybody, it's this one here. This one, Secret Intel, where he rolls, everybody gets a little BB-8 symbol. Illuminated Destiny gives them all a bunch of turn meter, a bunch of buffs, a bunch of protection recovery. It was one of the original, big buff giving abilities early in the game, but it's just kind of faded out over time. He doesn't really fit on any of the teams. I'd love for them to find a home for BB-8 in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes right now. But that's the basic teams you're going to use. That's the weird farming for the Redis that you're going to go through in unlocking Galactic Legend Rey. Now let's talk about the most important thing I think you can note here. I was going to go to ships, but I didn't. One of the big things about this farm, is nobody was doing it for years. It was not out there as an early game or beginning game farm. It just made no sense. And the reason being, aside from Jedi Training Rey, and by the way, again, you don't need R2 and 3PO to unlock Rey. They're just here because they have Resistance tags, okay? Aside from Jedi Training Rey being required for Jedi Master Luke, there's no overlap in the rest of this farm at all. I guess Houndstooth overlaps with Executor and Finalizer. Aside from those two things, this farm stands by itself. It is a standalone Galactic Legend farm. And as such, because Jedi Knight Luke gets you to so many places, to Jedi Master Luke and etc. We talk about that a lot on the channel. Even Gas gets you over to Jedi Master Kenobi and Lord Vader and Ahsoka now. This farm just kind of is a standalone farm. That's why when the Lightspeed bundles came out about a year and a month ago or whatever, or longer if you're watching this later, the most purchased Lightspeed bundles in the game, and I still think it probably holds true, are the Rey Lightspeed bundles. Yeah, a lot of people bought the Kylo bundles because they're really affordable and they're a good deal, but the Rey ones stand out as the most affordable ones. I'm sorry, not the most affordable ones. They are affordable for everything you get, but the most dialed in farm that you had not farmed. People are not farming these characters aside from Jedi Training Rey to get Jedi Master Luke. Nobody goes out there to get these characters in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes for any other farm other than Galactic Legend Rey. I guess Smuggler Han again for Supreme Leader Kylo. But it's such an isolated farm, and it's just not really super recommended as an early farm because if you farm Galactic Legend Rey, your next farm, you got to start over from scratch. There's just no overlap here. And it's one of the big travesties and drawbacks to farming Galactic Legend Ray in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So that's kind of the side teams and everything that goes along with. The mods on the team, you're going to want to mod Galactic Legend Ray for offense and health. Her ultimate, when she pops out of ultimate, where she keeps everybody, nobody can get damage while she's in her ultimate. And then she does this big, giant AoE effect. It is a true damage. Where is it here? She deals true damage. So offense and health. Health and offense and health. The thing about the health is she's going to be granting with lifeblood protection up to everybody else. Is it protection up or is it bonus protection? Well, that's based on the health. So, and you want her to have health here. So she's going to grant bonus protection equal to the amount lost. Oh, I'm sorry. She loses 25% health and grants bonus protection equal to the amount lost. So the more health she has, the more bonus protection she grants. Plus, it just keeps her alive longer. It's just you health and offense and health. If you're modding Jedi Training Ray, it's generally going to be a crit damage set or an offense set on her. Again, I don't like the thick face. It looks like her here. It looks like her here, and here it doesn't. And I know she got kind of a little bit buff for Last Jedi. It's just too. Her face is too buff. Her face is too buff. It doesn't match up. Anyway, all right, moving on. Other characters on the team: Resistance Hero Poe and Resistance Hero Finn. These are fast characters. You want to mod them for speed. I got the wrong mod set here, but I don't really use them all effectively on my roster. Speed, and some offense and critical damage on Resistance Hero Finn. The same thing for Resistance Hero Poe. Speed, and some offense. You're going to want to mod Holdo for a bunch of protection over here. Defense, protection, maybe some health, but protection, health, maybe some defense. Just get her as tanky as possible in the game. Finn is the same way. Tank him up. Get him ready to tank. You're going to mod Poe. Poe's going to be a bunch of tankiness. Zori's going to be, I think, I'd have to look at this. Offense or speed. This is the wrong mod set, but Zori with offense or speed, it's going to be the way you're going to want to get her modded in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Those are the mods on the team and the way you're going to put those teams together. My overall thoughts, I think I kind of already gotten to that, is that she's just really isolated. And that's why people buy Lightspeed bundles to get Rey rather than farming her. And it's hard to envision anybody free-to-play farming Rey until you're really done with everything else in the game. She is a really good character on defense. Maybe, I guess, if you do Proving Grounds for a while and you unlock Ben Solo, maybe then is a good time to go get Rey in the game, because you put him with her. It makes it a more difficult team. Not a lot more difficult. I have pretty good results with Starkiller, whether Ben Solo's on the team or not. But he is a boost to Galactic Legend Rey in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. By the way, a side note, if you have Rey and you don't have Jedi Master Kenobi and you have Commander Ahsoka, Rey's a really good place to stick Commander Ahsoka. Commander Ahsoka will elevate every light side character's offense, protection, health, and something else by 50%. Really nice to have on a Galactic Legend Rey team. So keep that in mind. If you have Commander Ahsoka and you don't have Jedi Master Kenobi, this is a great secondary spot for Commander Ahsoka. There are my thoughts on Galactic Legend Rey. Let me know what you're doing in game with Galactic Legend Rey. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Everybody, as always, have a great day. I will talk to you soon. And always remember, Nooch too good.